Welcome to my channel, Motosokas. Hey, it's your girl, I am Iloho, back with another video. Now, girl, it's been a while since I talked about blackface, but you guys have been in my DMs by the dozens, sending me this girl's Instagram, sending me links, and I'm like, okay, let me figure out what's going on and bring the tea, period, poo. So for those of you who did not know, a Pakistani model is under fire and being accused of blackfacing during a photo shoot, okay? When she was called out about this, the team and her, they said she's not blackfacing because she is dark-skinned, okay? And then they went on this whole campaign saying dark skin is beautiful, dark skin is beautiful. Now we know this, okay? We know dark skin is beautiful. But people started side-eyeing her like, you're not dark-skinned though. And what you're doing, in fact, is blackface. So let's talk about it. Is she dark skinned? Is this blackface? What are my thoughts and opinions on this topic? Okay, so I have an article I'm going to read really briefly for you guys. And it says, a recent photo shoot for Nabila has become the subject of controversy after it has been accused of blackface. Blackface is when people make their skin darker using makeup or other means to imitate black people. But the model Zara Abid and stylist Tabesh Hoja and Nabila herself are defending it, okay? They say Abid is a dark-skinned woman, and those criticizing the photos are shaming dark-skinned women. Okay, while it is true that Abid is not what most people would consider fair, her skin definitely isn't the same color as what was shown in the pictures from the shoot. Her skin was dark in multiple shades. Both Abid and Koja took to Instagram to defend the shoot. The recent shoot that I uploaded became a target of cultural misappropriation and colorism/racism. The fact is that the reaction to the shoot has been blown out of proportion, largely misconstrued, and heavily manipulated, wrote Koja. He said Abid is a dark-skinned model and is stunning and utterly unapologetic about her complexion. However, Koja seems to have missed the point of the criticism entirely. Abid is indeed stunning, but it is not her complexion that is being criticized. Instead of finding a model whose complexion was darker, they chose to artificially make Abid's darker. Now, there are complexities in complexion, as Miss Beyonce said, and it is very true, okay? What we consider light skin in the black community, someone from a completely different culture will say that is dark skin. However, in my opinion, this is just contributing to the negligence of the women who actually are dark skinned within these cultures. You call yourself dark skinned and you clearly aren't. I'm sorry. To me, you're just saying, we don't recognize women who really are dark skinned. This is as dark as it gets. Anyone darker than this, we don't even acknowledge within the society. Cute girl, but there's definitely some blackfishing going on here. Okay, the last two rows of her pictures, honey, she got type 4 hair and she as black as me. But if you keep scrolling, oh, okay, so this is your true colors. Excuse me, Miss Zara, pick me. Hey girl, hey. Yeah, I know you consider yourself dark skinned in Pakistan, but girl, you ain't this dark. You ain't this dark. And there are dark-skinned women this dark in Pakistan. Ooh, you ain't seen none? Y'all couldn't find none? Like, I'm confused. I think what's even more irritating is that the whole team really tried to defend this and say, listen, she is a dark-skinned model. She is a dark-skinned model. This isn't blackface. Motosoka, she ain't this dark. That's what we're trying to say. She ain't black. This is blackface. It just amazes me how other cultures are so quick to defend and protect their customs, their traditions, their colors, everything that makes their culture very intricate and special to them. They are allowed to protect that, to shield it, to build a dome over it. Look, but don't touch. But any and everybody can grab some dark foundation, put on a kinky wig, and profit. No. Now, things got even more weird for me when she started speaking out, I guess, on her Insta story or her Instagram page, y'all. Check this out. She says, I am Zara Abid, and I am a proud, dark-skinned model. When I initially started modeling professionally, people would refuse to hire me simply because of my dark skin. I am a first-hand victim of discrimination and colorism that exists within our society. However, I fought tooth and nail to get where I am today, and I am very grateful for all the opportunities I received. Blah, 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 blah. Okay, you know what? I know how I feel about this. Like, I don't know if she's a little mental. She been in the heat all day. Girl is dehydrated. Something ain't right. She then goes on to say, it's high time that we stop shaming dark skin and embrace it with open minds and open hearts. I live to see the day when all skin tones are equal. This girl thinks she Martin Luther King. Oh no, girl. She's trying to appropriate our heroes. All right, let me calm down. Let me keep reading. I live to see the day when all skin tones are equally represented within our society and we can proudly celebrate our natural skin tones. But girl, you're doing the opposite. How are you celebrating dark skin when you're putting on foundation 10 times darker than your skin? When there are models who are that naturally beautiful dark color who are not getting the jobs because lighter models like you are putting on dark foundation. And y'all need to stop buying our foundation. That's why our foundation is always sold out. That's not your color, sis. Child, you know they say once you go black, you never go back. Honey, ever since this photo shoot, don't be surprised if the rest of her pictures, she looks like this and darker. And you know what? I think it's really sad that she's trying to act like she's starting a movement and that she's here for dark skin, even though she is not dark skin. Okay, there are dark skin Pakistanis, like real life dark skin Pakistanis. And when she considers herself dark skin and the rest of the people consider themselves dark skin, when there are people 10 times darker, you're literally being violent, okay, against dark skin people who are actually dark skin in the culture. If she was so concerned about dark skin representation in Pakistan, she would have searched for other beautiful dark skin models. Okay, we could have all did that together. Okay, you got your light Pakistani, you got your medium Pakistani, okay, got your dark Pakistani. Like, come on. I really wish the industry would shine more light on Middle Eastern beauty, like the cultures, the countries, the languages, the religions. Honey, it's so freaking rich. Like, share the wealth, honey. But when people do things like this, okay, you're doing a disservice to your own people. And that's a shame. You should be ashamed of yourself. I'm ashamed for you. I got secondhand embarrassment. Child, there were people really pushing and rooting for her and celebrating her as if she was just doing some groundbreaking dark skin representation, top-notch work, honey. Like we just we're like us in this sector, you know, of blackness and dark skin representation. Like we just ain't here. Like we ain't just been doing this. Like we ain't just been getting trolled and dragged through the streets for trying to stop colorism. Honey, they hijacked our quote, girl. Somebody said, don't tell her she's pretty for a dark skin girl. Dark skin is not a badge of shame, but rather a glorious masterpiece created by God. And the people were just clapping, honey. Clapping as if, quote unquote, dark skin model just boom. Shakalaka shakala. Now scrolling through her Instagram, honey, yep, she's been using darker foundation for a little minute for her shoots, to do different looks. And you know, guys, I come from a modeling and fashion background. There has been times where, yes, my hair has to be different, my makeup has to be different, but my skin has literally never been lightened or darkened unless, you know, obviously they didn't have my foundation shade, honey. That's another story. But my skin has never been lightened or darkened to fit a look. Okay, back in my day, if you needed a light skin model, you hired a light skin model. If you needed a dark skin model, you hired a dark skin model. Now, before people start getting their panties in a bunch, oh, Lo, you're black, you don't know what it's like to be in Pakistan and X, Y, and Z, and you're right, I don't. So I start looking at people who do. Someone was responding to a tweet and said, yeah, I'm clearly quite a fair Bengali. Let me say that again. She said, yeah, I'm clearly quite a fair Bengali, but my sister is dark skinned. They rather pretend dark skinned Pakistanis don't exist because they've associated it with Bengalis all their lives. Okay, honey, so clearly there's some deeply rooted, wars and things going on. You know, just like within any culture, you know, the black community ain't perfect either. We got our issues. And clearly there are some issues. Bengalis, Pakistanis, India, Pakistan, Turkestan. Honey, if you are from the Middle East, if this is a part of your culture and you would like to give us a little bit more insight, we would love to hear your opinions down in the comment section. What's the tea, sis? Now, she clearly said that she is quite fair skinned. Now, she is Bengali, but she said she's fair skinned. So in the Middle East, she's considered fair skin. Her and the model, Zara, is about the same color, okay? So again, to call yourself dark skin is to deny the existence of real dark skinned Middle Eastern women. And that is violent. On top of that, you blackfishing like a motherfucker, okay? Now, I want to hear what my unicorns have to say. How do you feel about the situation? Do you feel like she is blackfishing? Do you feel like she's pandering to dark-skinned Middle Eastern women? Do you feel like she's dark-skinned? Okay, let's have a respectful conversation down in the comment section. Thumbs up this video. Subscribe if you enjoy my content. Oh, child, I didn't see that picture. You know what? Thumbs up if subscribe if you enjoy my content, and I'll see you at the next one. Bye.